YouTube, you know it's your boy TSJ, Starbucks, all that good stuff. It's actually my last day of my vacation. Bittersweet. I'm actually glad to get back to work, but I'm not glad to get back to work. I'm not ready to get back to waking up 6:30 in the morning and doing that whole thing all over again. But this is not no pickup or unboxing or anything like that. This is just a vlog. Something's like the last 2 weeks I've been on vacation, like just been like messing with me, been on my mind. Like the best thing for me to do is get it out on here. Something that's like really been bothering me is this talk of the upcoming space jams. It's like really irritating me. Like, mind you, I'm gonna get it regardless. Even if I won't say if I didn't like the shoe because like if anybody don't know by now, 11 is my favorite shoe. Cool gray, my favorite color, but 11 is like one of them shoes to me. Like it's one of the to me technology and well technically and aesthetically and fashionably the best shoe created in my eyes, my opinion. The simple fact of it's Michael Jordan and Tinker's favorite shoe because they captured something that never been captured before. Meaning, if you look at all the previous Jordans before the 11, that's the first one that has the midsole. I think they call it I keep forgetting the name. I think it's Phylon midsole, and the midsole before that was I'm pretty sure polyurethane. Like as much as I watch videos of naming the materials and everything, I just never remember. But basically, in a nutshell, all the shoes before that, except for the one. The one is the only shoe I know that don't have that. So I might have the same thing. But most of those midsoles, like y'all already know, if y'all don't wear them, y'all leave them dead stock for years, like 10 plus years. Most likely that the midsole's gonna crumble on you. Now 11, I don't know no other shoe other than maybe glue. But the 11 is probably the only shoe I know off the top of my head, or 11 and down, like 12, 13, is the only shoe. Whereas though, you could leave that shoe DS for 20 plus years and it still be wearable. And if it ain't wearable, the only reason is the glue. It's easy to re-glue a shoe. It's not easy to take like Air Jordan 5 or 4 or 3, a DS OG pair, and try to wear that shoe 20 years later without anything happening to it, like that, like, it's literally going to crumble. I actually witnessed a midsole crumble before. So the only thing you could do is sole swap. Basically, take a sole off a newer version of that shoe or a newer model of that shoe and put it on there. But as far as like 11, all you gotta do is like remove the old factory glue from a long time ago and put new glue. Like that's not. I mean, somewhat it's kind of like difficult to do, but it's not as difficult as switching a complete sole. And from what I know, the threes and the fours actually has stitching in the front of the toe. I don't know how stitch saved my life, so that would never happen. I'd rather would do 11 than that. But the most talked about is the Space Jam, and it's a whole lot of it's a lot of things to it because technically speaking, this isn't Space Jam. This is the shoe that people that didn't know much about sneakers or who are not in the sneakers or people who are in sneakers like kind of differential this one. Let me just pull the one I just got out just for visual effect. This is the '09 version. Bring out the other one I got. This is the cool gray from 2001. So these are going to serve as my visual panels so you can get what I'm talking about. Okay, let's start with this one. This is from 2001. This was the closest, yeah, it don't have no laces in it because I'm cleaning it, but this was the closest you were going to get to shape-wise and visual-wise of the 1996 version. Meaning, if you put these two shoes together, you can clearly see that the patent leather cut on this is higher and this is lower. Everybody knows that. And by now, everybody knows that. And I think, yeah, 23s are different. Like, they're the same material, but they're shaped different. The whole shoe in general. Let me get a different side. Get the left shoe so they can match up. If you look close enough, the shoe shape is completely different. Like, this one is, like, long as shit. It's kind of like, if you put it this way, kind of like shaped like a banana because it curves a little bit. This one just like sloops And if you look at the toe, it sloops down. This one, it curls up. Like it's weird. Like, and I say looking at this without it, oh shit, without it being on foot, it doesn't look that it doesn't look that good to me. This one, if you look at it without putting it on your foot, it looks good. This one actually looks better than the 2001 on foot. Now, I tend to like this Space Jam better, and I think the reason why Nightwing said it in his video when he was reviewing the new ones. You get so used to looking at something so much, even if you don't like it, you look at it so damn much that by the time they try to bring you back to what it was before, you don't like it anymore. So with that being said, when this shoe when the first remaster, I would say, of the 11s first came, with the 09 of this, the 2010 of these, 2011 of 2011 of Concords, and so on and so on. They remodeled this whole shoe. I don't think a lot of people didn't really pay attention to the remodeling like that until the Cool Gray or the Concord, because when they put the Cool Gray out, it was a totally different color. When they put the Concord out, the whole shape of the shoe was just totally different. You didn't notice it until they dropped. And what I'm saying is, nobody ever said, like, because like they're making all the new shoes. They're letting you know that they have a remaster program, and they're trying to take everything as close as possible to their OG form, so nobody can complain anymore, basically. But what happened with these was, when they first came out, people were complaining that the patent leather cut was so low. Like, they're used to having it this high, and like you can literally see the borders a little bit more, like the white borders, because the patent leather was so thick. And from what I was told, it's real patent leather, and this is not. I don't know. But if you'll notice on the new ones, it has the white border on these. This one don't. And the patent leather cut is super duper high. And supposedly they said that's what the OGs was. But we complained about this so much for so many years that by the time they finally went back to the OG form, we don't even like it anymore. We like this more. Like I'm that's the only reason I was really like not too hype about that shoe, because the patent leather cut is so high. And everybody say, I'm arguing with so many people, oh well, that's how the OGs was. True. But let's go back to this for a minute. This, like I told you in the beginning of the video, this was the closest you was going to get to the OG form, meaning like they made it as close as possible to the OG form. This one wasn't. So this patent leather cut may not be exactly as high as OG, but it's damn near on point. And the shape of the shoe, everything is just like the OG, even the carbon fiber. But what people fail to not realize is that on the new Space Jams, yes, the patent leather cut's high, got the widow's peak and everything like the OGs. But what I'm trying to like inform people is that I don't remember the OG patent leather cut being that damn high. And this is how you can tell it's different from most Jordans. Right here. You see this little sloop and dip right here? Mostly every Air Jordan, if not all, on 11s, this sloop always goes so far down to about the midsole and comes back up. On that one, it like dips right here. And I honestly don't like that. But I seen them on feet, and I said, they look good. And I seen them in person in Vegas, and I liked it. That brings me to the second part of this video. Now, we all know, back in 2008, I'll say, 2008 to about 2011, it wasn't that many YouTubers with the sneaker community, should I say. And it wasn't too many like big time names we knew. The only names we really knew at the time was Sneak Geeks, and then DJ Dales came, and then a few other people. And a lot of these people were being like their name became big and synonymous with sneaker culture on YouTube because they were getting shoes mad early. Like I think his name's Carl Sanchez, his real name. His page is Maplewood Camp, I believe. Sneak Geeks. I remember I seen his video. He had these in I believe it was maybe May or June, and then he wasn't released until December. And mind you, 2009, I wasn't superly hype into sneakers anymore. Like, I was mostly worried about bills and more mature things. I didn't get back into it till 2010 when I heard these were releasing. I think I heard these releasing in February of 2010, and ever since then I was hooked. I was just harassing everybody. But he had these super early. So bring it back to these when they released in 2010. When I found out about it, I was doing all my research trying to find out every video, everything I could, and I was seeing people with these like Sneak Geeks like March, April, May, which is damn near more than a half a year before, like 7, 8 months before they released. And it wasn't like at that point fakes were like, I mean, it was like the $45 joints where like this wasn't third space, it was all the way down here. The ball wasn't matching up with 23. Like obvious things, like it was like a superly cheaply made shoe. It wasn't even AAA quality. It was beyond that. But they was never being questioned about how early they was getting their shoes, just based on the fact that it wasn't like we didn't know nothing about Air Randy or these other sites, VME Inc., Marquee Soul, none of these sites. We knew nothing about these sites yet. We just knew that these dudes was getting them before everybody, and we had no idea, right? And as time went on, especially I think when Concords came out, that's when they had the big scandal with Air Randy and saying that the toe was supposed to be milky, like you shouldn't be able to see the midsole separate from the patent leather through the actual sole. And all his was like that, and then I think he might have got busted. I'm not sure, but around that time, that's when everybody started finding out that a lot of these early shoes that everybody. And the funniest thing about it was everybody was calling them B grades. Like that's why I say a lot of people are hype beasts, are hypocrites, basically in a nutshell. Like before you find out information about anything, they're B grades to y'all, saying that Jordan Brand or Nike, they produce the shoes, they get them approved by Nike or whatever, and if they don't like them, they get another batch made. Then they take the old batch and they supposed to throw it away, but they don't. The factories sell them wholesale to somebody, and that's why the reason when you get say this the new Space Jam, if you were to get these in March or April, you don't get the actual official box. You get a regular Jordan box with no logo, with no no size tag or nothing on there, right? That's what everybody was saying. Then come find out that they was really just UAs or high quality fakes. People still didn't catch on, right? When the conference came out, they was just starting to get more information about it. I don't know when it officially broke on YouTube, but for me, it officially broke when this guy, I can't remember his name. It was something Gear NYC. I keep getting it confused with Fine Line. Fine Line is, of course, the new dude that sells the early shoes. I just can't remember his name. I think it was Finest Gear or something like that. Finest Gear NYC, something like that. He had did a video that said fake Space Jam. I thought it was clickbait because the shoe looked so damn good. So he's showing the shoe, and he was like, the site sent them to him. He's like, do y'all think these are fake? And I'm thinking to myself, like, if they're fake, it's the best fake I've ever seen in my life because the sole was completely clear. And I don't know nobody who has a pair of these right now. DS, where the sole is completely clear. You will at least see the yellow one. And everybody knows the Space Jams of 09, they were the fastest one to turn yellow. Because I guess because they had the blue tint, I don't know. But I seen people's turning after 6 months. The cool grades and so forth, if you didn't wear them, it'd take like a year or so for you to start seeing real yellow one. But he said the shoe, and he was like revealing that like he got sent from a site, and like the site's been hitting him up forever, and they sent him the shoe, and they actually look good. And that's when he started getting more and more packs or whatever that like a lot of people do nowadays. But back then, they was getting real money for it. They was getting like AAA qualities, the UAs, like getting them like months before the shoe was releasing, and they looked just as good as the one that was released in the store. And that's when we found out that a lot of these early sites was just buying UAs and charging double price. Like he getting them for $150 on a site, they was charging us on the sites like $300, $400, $500 for some of these shoes. So that's when, if you notice, a lot of them websites went away because of all the YouTubers and people finding out, getting the UA sent to them and selling them themselves, basically promoting these UA sites. Because I guess the UA sites took upon themselves, what the hell do we need the middleman for them? Or we could just start selling these shits ourselves. And in a nutshell, that's basically what happened. So, with that being said, fast forward to these days, Now anybody who has an early pair of any shoe, especially Jordans, because Jordans is, let's be honest, Jordans is the only shoe that's really questioned if you get them on Yeezys. If you get them super early, like if you get them months before, not weeks, you probably won't ever be questioned because a lot of these stores get the shoes like weeks before they're released. So that's how a lot of people get them early. But if you get them months and months ahead of time, they don't even question it. They automatically tell you they're fake. Point blank period. You could actually be in line with Nike. Like you can know like the top people over there, and they can send you something to sell from. Like let's just say they do that, and they give them to you 6 months ahead of time. They still going to question you, or they're not even question. They're just going to tell you that they're fake. So that's like it was starting to bother me because I seen a lot of people get these pairs early. Like we already know Urban Necessities got them early, and I know for firsthand they got them because I was in like if y'all didn't watch none of my previous videos, I was in Vegas last week, and I actually went to the store and seen them. Like I don't know what the ones that's coming out in December actually looks like, so I can't compare it to nothing. But they look good to me. Like and most of the stuff I seen online, the one thing that everybody always tells me about when it comes with uh, 11s is that this toe, like on the UAs, it's got this big ass hump. This got a little of a hump to me, and I checked everything on this shoe. This shoe is legit, so I don't know. But I seen some of the fakes online, and I see like they literally like takes people's opinions, people's criticism, and they actually go back and fix them. I don't think Nike will ever do that, and if they do, they take years and years on time to do it because that's why we actually got the cut that everybody's crying about now. But the crazy thing, like just like me, everybody's complaining that the cut's too high now because we're so used to this. So that was like it was just irritating me because I'm hearing everybody on Instagram arguing about it. Like if you got them early, then they fake. My thing is, they could be fake, they could be real. I truly don't fucking care as long as I get my pair. That's all I care about because my thing is, there's too many politics and it's too much. Too much pride, should I say, in the sneaker game. That's why I say I don't have a problem with people who wear fakes. I don't have a problem with people who promote fakes. I just have a problem with people that lie about it. If that's what you do, that's what you do. I don't care. Like what you wear on your foot don't affect me. Granted, I'm in this game so deep that sometimes I catch myself laughing at somebody if they wear a fake or something. But I started to like, I'm getting older now. I'm 30 years old now, so I'm at the point I just don't care anymore. It don't pay my bills. It don't feed my child. It don't feed my lady. It don't feed nothing. It don't pay my bills. It don't pay my car note. Like none of that stuff affects me as much as some people. I read comments. I see what people say. Like they get butt hurt and bent out of shape about the like the craziest thing. And y'all have so much pride and so much loyalty and alliance to Nike to the fact like y'all employed by them. Y'all not employed by them. In actuality, y'all just a dollar. That's all they see when they look at you. When you buy something from them, they just see a big ass dollar sign on your face. And once you stop buying something from them, you're not important to them anymore. That's how I see it. Because my main thing, the Air Max, that was a complete slap to the face. I told you, I'm not even deep into it like some people I know. Some people I actually conversate with on Instagram are really like Back to the Future fans, Air Max fan. Like their whole page is dedicated to Air Max. I'd rather see them get a pair than somebody like me. I mean, I want them, but I mean, I'd rather see those people get it because they know like every intricate of the shoe or the movie, everything. And a lot of them are the reason why that shoe was even produced. So for them to not even get a real chance is fucked up. I mean, granted, the money went to a good cause, but come on, 89 pairs though. That's like completely fucked up. And everybody was saying, well, it's only 89 pairs, because of simple fact. It's hard to make that shoe. Yeah, it's not hard to make that shoe. It's hard maybe to make the power lacings, I'll give you that. But I don't think it's hard to make that shoe. If these UA sites can pump them out as crazy as they can, even if they do got a couple malfunctions and things to it, they offer you new lights to fix it or whatever the case may be. Nike ain't never do that. I heard plenty of people, their shoes, their lights then broke on them and they barely use them. And Nike don't provide you a service to fix them. They don't provide you the lights to fix them yourself. None of that shit. These UA sites do though, and they charge half the price. So I just say it's a gift and a curse to everything. It's a gift and a curse to Nike. It's a gift and a curse to UAs. But I don't care. If I like the shoe enough that I want it enough and that service of either side is offered, I'm going to take it. That's just me. Like, and lately, Nike's been offering shoes to the point that nobody, like, the sneaker fad is dying down. So I can buy them with no problem. So I don't even have to think about that side like that. But my thing is, I don't know how to say it. It do seem kind of fishy to me. I don't care, but it just seems kind of fishy to me. Like, I love the UN store. I love Urban Necessity, without a doubt. But it's just crazy to me, like, how, like, they just get these shoes so damn early. And, like, sometimes I don't even trip with that, because some people do get them shoes up. But damn, not as many as they get. Like, I went in that store, man. They have so many bread ones. I'm like, yo, like, they literally had more than 100 pairs of bread ones. They had so many of them V2 Belugas. And mind you, I follow them. So some of that stuff they was getting before the release date. Like way before the release date. And mind you, I said they got the Space Jams. When I say they got the Space Jams, my nigga, they have a full size run from, I don't know, I'm not, don't quote me on grade school, but I know they got a full size run from 7 to 13. I know that for a fact. I seen damn near almost every size, because they don't wrap their shoes. They had almost every size displayed. I was like, yo, that's crazy. I'm like, to me, if they selling fakes, it's fucked up. But if they not, they got the best plug in the world. So that's why I say I can always have my opinion. I can always have my assumptions, but I don't work for them. I don't own that store, so I don't know what is what. But I think the reason why a lot of people are in uproar or making any, like, their opinions known is because it's a store. If it was just like a regular Joe Smo on YouTube promoting it or whatever, you'll get their backlash, but it won't be as bad. And Urban Sense is not the only place. I just think that they're the only place that's getting promoted like that, because they getting a lot of traffic. For one, they're in Vegas. Like, I mean, they're not on the strip, but they're not that far. They're in Vegas. Are you kidding me? Two, they getting a lot of traffic because Kais from Crew Kicks was there. He had his little pop-up shop thing there. So, you know, that drew a lot of attention. The guy Just Win, who actually got promoted off of Crew Kicks. He lives in Vegas, so he promotes them all the damn time. They get more traffic off of that. Plus, they do the most unlogical things that I ever seen in the sneaker pursuit. That's why they're so, like, favorite now. They got the Heat Locker, whereas though you can win a shoe for $1 or $5, like a vending machine. And I seen it for myself. Like, a lot of times when nobody wins, they put more money in the machine to give people more opportunities to win, because they're just they try to help the community more than I see. Like, they have, like I said, they have plenty of sizes of shoes, and they offer, like, dirt cheap prices, even for the custom shoe I want. Like, it got real materials on it. I'm like, the price I seen, I'm like, are you sure about this? Then they have plenty of events where though you get, like, they had the invitational, I guess they call it, where the first 100 people can pick from this actual wall of shoes for $40. People was getting $2,000 shoes, $40 fucking dollars. Like, that just seemed unheard of. So that's why I think, like, my thing is they really do have, all these shoes are completely real, authentic. They killing the game because ain't nobody doing that. Now, only reason people are having their eyebrow raised because it's a lot of stores, especially boutiques, that do promote, well, don't promote, they sneak fakes in. I know of I seen one firsthand with the store I told y'all I lost most of my shoes selling at, Soul Control. I was in there and I seen a few shoes, like, I seen compared so much on YouTube, I can tell it just by looking at it. And I'm like, that can't be real. Like, not at all. That gotta be a fucking fake. So that's why a lot of these boutiques get a bad stigma on them. And then on top of that, I seen a few actual retail stores sell fakes. So it's like, I don't even know what to, like, get mad at or be happy about in this game no more. So that's why I don't get bent out of shape no more about these people arguing over this petty shit. Like, when you really break down the root of it, why are we arguing about a shoe that, let's be honest, it already costs too much. It's $220 fucking dollars. And technically speaking, if you have this shoe already, why do you really need the new version? And the only thing I can say is you're a collector, or you just heavily into sneakers like me. But the only reason I really want the shoe is because I want every single 11 I can get my hand on, because I love 11. So that's my excuse. But they basically trying to create another story for you to buy it because for one, the high patent leather cut, they're trying to make it as close to the OGs. They changed the Jumpman logo back to the way it's supposed to be. And the biggest thing that a lot of people may not know, this is not blue. This is not blue. That is not blue. It's literally purple. That's not 23. It's 45. So a lot of people that I know aren't calling them Space Jams. They're calling them playoffs 11s or MJPE because if you don't know the story, the Water Concords got fined because it wasn't matching the team colors, which is the biggest block of bullshit I've ever heard in my life. But they made them a black colorway or already had a black colorway in progress for them. And it was basically the Concord just black, like blacked out. I guess you can say this was purple, that's purple, that's purple, and that's basically what the shoe that's coming out. And that's why people are saying I don't understand how that's Space Jam when in the actual movie, this was what he wore. I don't even think the patent leather cut was as high as the one he wore on the game floor. So I think that one that's coming out is really modeled after the one he wore in the game. So my what I'm gonna do when that shoe come out, when I get it, I'm literally putting this in that box and putting the new one in the old box because I think that's appropriate. Because I'm like, it don't make sense to me if you modeled it after his PE to actually dub it Space Jam and not only say because you know a lot of times the names come from us as a community, don't come from the actual company, but they act off the names we make up because I mean the packaging has galaxy theme in the inside of the box and has Bugs Bunny and the Monstar's hands twirling around to make up a 23. So you're basically modeling it after Space Jam. Not even mention the merch. All the merch is Space Jam. Period. I seen all the merch that's supposed to come out, the shirts, the socks, the hats, all that. It's all Space Jam shit. So it's just weird to me. I think the reason why I do it is they have nothing left to put out in December, especially for an 11. What else do they have left? They put out the Legends Blues, the Columbias, which should have been out 2 years prior to when they were actually released. They kept giving us the runaround. They put the Reds out. They put these out. They put the Cool Grays out. They put that's basically that's all of them, and even including the retro colorway. Then they put out a new colorway, the Gamma, which sucked. I'm still gonna get it just because it's an 11. And then they put out the 72 and 10, which actuality, from what I was told, was a sample colorway. They actually had a sample where they was trying different color soles on the shoe, and that was the color. Like it was literally all black with the red Jumpman logo and the Stitch 23 on the back. So that was actually a sample colorway. I don't know if it had the glitter in it. That I don't know, but that was actually a sample colorway. If you actually watch Nice Kicks. I can't remember the dude's name. Not Phase 2. Phase 2 might, no, he didn't have it. I really can't remember this dude's name. Ballin' Twin. Watch his Nice Kicks. He actually has the sample of the 72 and 10. But I think they ran out of ideas, and they may actually repeat the same colors from 09 to 012 just to make the excuse that, oh, well, we're going to make it like this. It's not going to be like this anymore. We're going to make it look like this, and we have a new box and all this other shit because Jordan really don't have no more ideas. We already know the new sneakers, the new technology, and like the new things that they're like putting in shoes is not working. They're only working for basketball players. They trying to appeal to lifestyle, and the only thing that appeals to lifestyle is retros. And you see they're finally putting out the retros past 13, and it ain't getting no love. Like the 16 is about to come out, and I'm hype as shit for those. That's my favorite model past 13 is the 16. And you marked it at $250. Are you smoking dope? The 16 wasn't even that much when they released, and I know they wasn't that much because my mom literally gave me money to get I think it was these, but they had sold out, and I ended up getting the low top cherries and the low top Columbia, but I had a choice between these and the 16 that came out the same year. And I believe it was like $160, $150. So for y'all to mark it up $100 for a shoe that y'all never tested in the market, last time you tested in the market was the Countdown Pack. But y'all never tested it in the market, like selling. My nigga, y'all selling Jordans with the Nike Air on the back and it ain't working. Like the 5s was sitting, the Maroons was sitting, the 4s kind of set. They didn't set as much because I don't think they put out as many pairs initially. But then they kept restocking them and they don't go for shit no more. And it's another one. That might have been it. Yeah, you know what that is it because the next one coming out is the True Blue. We're gonna see how that do. And I can't sit there and say they're gonna sell out because I said that about plenty of other shoes and they sat. Because everybody want that Nike Air, literally taking OGs and first retros, soul swapping them just so they can say they had a Nike Air. And I ain't gonna lie, the material is better. But they're mostly doing it because the Nike Air is on the back. And the differential you from having a new retro to having the OG or the older retro. But I just had to get that out. I know I'm at 30 minutes and I don't care. I just had to talk my ish because it's like really like at times I don't even get on Instagram. At times I don't want to get on YouTube because all I keep seeing is Space Jam talk and shit. And it's like it's annoying. And the most annoying thing about the sneaker game in general is that I don't even enjoy it like I used to. No, I enjoy getting my sneakers that I want, but I don't enjoy the hunt anymore. Like I enjoy the hunt on eBay now. I used to enjoy the hunt going to a store, camping out, or finding out shoes coming out in a month and getting the game plan ready of how to get it. Now it just sucks, man, because like it's these shoes are so easily attainable. Like if all the shoes are attainable throughout the year, and this one shoe wasn't, I'd be happy. But like almost every single Jordan is obtainable. The only ones that are not obtainable are super limited ones, OVOs, Wing 12, things like that. But other than that, like it's just like I know people like say it's better now, but in a sense it's not. It's on the Concords and all those like 2011 to 2012, 13 was the best years. I always say it because that's when everything was selling out, or every sneaker was like appealed. And like YouTube was popping. Like I loved YouTube with a passion because every video had a lot of content and it had so many different variety of shoes. Everybody was liking. Nowadays, shoes just freaking suck, man, because everybody looks the same now, man. And shoes are so easy obtainable. And back then we used to complain that there ain't enough pairs and stuff. It will like you made a little bit more pairs, would still be cool. It's just the fact of people. People don't know how to act. People don't know how to respond to nothing. Like they say we shouldn't do midnight campouts because it's too dangerous, which is true in a sense. But it's not necessarily the campouts are not dangerous. It's people. Because when we was having midnight campouts before 11s was coming out, they were cordial. Nobody was complaining. Everything was going right. It might have been a couple things happening here and there, but it was never talked about. But when 11s was released, it was talked about because my nigga, you released them in December, 2 days before Christmas. Like, what you think something not gonna happen? And you releasing them at midnight, and it's not enough pairs, and you releasing them in areas where you know shit's gonna happen. So that's, but in technology, and honestly, it's not Jordan's fault. It's not Nike's fault. It's us fault because we act like animals when we get these shit. Like, just watch all the news posts. You won't see none of them news posts now because the way shoes are set up, and plus how obtainable they are. I'm gonna keep saying that because this whole year I have not really struggled to get any shit, and if I did struggle, I had no problem getting it later for damn near retail, which is good. But the reason why it's damn near retail because retail is really resale. I told y'all every time